Hey guys, welcome to another episode of That Creative Life, where we explore creative people or creative topics. And today, I am introducing you to my friends that I met a long time ago in Nashville, Tennessee. I used to live in Nashville. I want to introduce you to Sara and Matthias.
Hey!
Hey guys! These guys just moved to New York. How many places have you lived in the past 2 years?
So we lived in Nashville, lived in Switzerland, Florida,
Wisconsin, Germany.
then back to Switzerland, and now we're here in New York.
6.
5, 6.
That is insane.
3 countries.
Yeah.
3 countries, yeah.
Feelings are mixing up, feelings are mixing up. Ain't nothing fixed, but everything's fixing up.
I first met Sara at a meetup that I had actually in Nashville, Tennessee. What were you guys doing when you were living in Nashville? What was life like?
Life was like suburb life. I was working in corporate, like an investment bank in downtown Nashville, and you were just at home.
And I said, okay, you have your corporate job. I'll find some little side projects I can work on. And you kind of made enough money that I could take some time to myself and kind of see where it went. But in reality, I ended up super bored after a few months, and I was like, Matthias, we gotta get out of here. I'm not ready for this. I just can't make the commitment to this lifestyle.
And during this time, like you always like looking at YouTube videos, and you really wanted to do it. And then once you had the meetup, she came home. I'm starting today.
You remember that day?
Music is bad, it's the weather. Goddamn it, might as well forget our cause. Never you fall, never ever really you fall.
When I was living in Nashville, Tennessee, it was right after I kind of got a bump on YouTube. So I found myself with this audience of like 100,000 people. I was so stoked. I was having meetups left and right, I feel like. And I met Sara. She was one out of 15 people with a lot of big hopes and dreams, but she really stood out. And the fact that I met her, she said, I'm just gonna start my YouTube channel. I'm super stoked for it. She started at 0 and is now at 120,000 subscribers. It's insane. It's just insane. Sara, what is your YouTube channel about?
It's always a tough question, but I guess the easiest thing you could say is that it's a lifestyle channel. A little bit of travel, just how we live, how we organize our life. We do minimalism content every now and then, vegan stuff every now and then. It's a little bit of everything, just all about stuff that I'm into.
Sara, you've lived many places.
I have, yes.
Is New York on your top 3?
100%, yeah. As of right now, my favorite place probably in the world is Switzerland, anywhere in Switzerland. Then I really like this area. And then probably my hometown in Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
So all of Matthias' family is from Switzerland,
Yeah, like
right?
he's a purebred Swiss. Like if you say, your grandma's Swiss and her grandma was Swiss and his grandma was Swiss and everybody's grandma is Swiss, he's as Swiss as they come.
Guys, where are we?
Our new apartment.
Woo!
So there's this quote, I don't know who said it or how it goes exactly, but it's something like, if you knew you were gonna die tomorrow, would you go do what you're about to do today? If the answer is no, too many days in a row, it's probably time to reevaluate some things. And that quote just speaks to me, you guys, because I feel like that really is where I am in my life. We kind of decided to take the ultimate leap of faith together. My husband, he quit his job, we're moving out of our apartment, giving away everything that we own, and basically buying 2 one-way tickets to Europe.
So we had about 4,000 subscribers when we left Nashville, didn't we?
Yeah, between 4,000 and 8,000 subscribers
Yeah.
last August in 2016, and we decided like let's go all in.
We're like,
Let's do
that's
it.
a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's
Looking
just
back.
go for it, yeah.
So last August, we moved over to Switzerland again, and 3 years before we lived in Florida, Nashville, and in Wisconsin, and we worked really hard. hard. We worked about 50 to 70 hours a week, 3 jobs. I was working as a bartender, carpenter, and a ski instructor at one time. It was not easy. It was really hard.
But those years of saving, of really hustling and doing nothing glamorous, doing nothing that requires any sort of education or anything like that, just pure hard work. Those savings are kind of what allowed us to take the jump, because if we wouldn't have had that, if we would have had a bunch of debt and responsibilities, I don't think it would have been so easy just to kind of follow our intuition, which was telling us to go all in on YouTube and social media and head back to Europe and see where things go. If we hadn't put the work in, it wouldn't have been possible at all. All of this traveling and moving and things that we got into really led us into living a more simple lifestyle, and we do talk about that on our channel a lot.
Yeah, we have 2 big suitcases and 2 carry-on suitcases, and everything what we own is in there. That's it.
Except now we just got our lovely apartment, so we do have some furniture, and we are warming up to welcoming a few things back into our life, which does feel really good after the past few years. We've been really on the run, on the go.
On the go.
So you can see the whole evolution kind of on my channel, and we really took everybody along for the ride with us, from being completely lost to kind of finding ourselves again, and just everything that we've been up to.
So a few months in Europe, Sara came up with the idea, like, hey, let's start an influencer marketing agency. When we were living in Nashville, she was able to collaborate with companies, and this didn't happen anymore in Europe because influencer marketing doesn't really exist back then. So we decided, hey, let's do it. Let's fill the gap.
Yeah, it was still quite new, especially in Switzerland. There were not a lot of people doing it. So we said, hey, let's just try it. We just have to try it. That's what we're all about. So we decided to make a startup in that industry. So we saw that there was a lack of knowledgeable people in the field, and we decided, hey, let's just do it. We've worked with a lot of brands, so we managed to get some clients, and even through my YouTube channel we found out that some people that work in marketing watch my channel, so that led to some opportunities, and we helped those brands connect with influencers, which is really satisfying when things come together.
If you're watching this, you probably have some hope or dream to do something creative or entrepreneurial with your life, or just being, you know, a boss within your 9 to 5. And so you guys probably encountered many times when something just seems so big. It's like you gotta climb this mountain in order to get to that 100K mark on YouTube, or to like build an agency. During those times when, you know, either you have just like creative block or something seems too big, I mean, what do you do just to get back to like the basics of just doing it? Because it's paralyzing sometimes.
Yeah. So for us, the key is just working as a team. I think having somebody on your side can make it much easier. So I tend to be the more creative, big vision, kind of, I can see something like long before it exists type, and you're more the executor, right? Like task by task.
And I can like slide it down and then just go at it.
And I think that's an important step. You need to have the person that can be like, this is exactly what we need to do to get there. Because if you get too hung up in the big picture and you don't see what needs to get done, I think that that also isn't good. But the main thing is just to start. And I'm sure you guys have probably heard this from many people. Before I started my YouTube channel, I wanted to start a YouTube channel for probably 6 to 8 months. And it took me so long to start, and I don't know why. It's just getting hung up in that wanting to do something stage, and that was probably my biggest regret. And going forward with everything that we do, we try not to get too stuck in that stage.
Yeah, we always try to get we always got hung up with like imperfecting things, and then we really
can't
learn.
wait for perfect.
No, you can't. You can't. You just need to go at it. Like, you can't imagine how many times we changed our business model or our ideas or our direction with our agency. We started one way, but here now we're on a totally different way.
A lot of the stuff that you do on your YouTube channel is really like hip and happening on YouTube right now. You know, when it comes to minimalism or just vegetarianism or being vegan. I think when you do some of those things though, it comes along with a lot of critics, because people have in their brain that something has to be only this way. How do you deal with that? How do you keep your vision clear when you have those outside sources hating on you.
Yeah, it's really tough, especially the main types of videos that led to my channel growing early on were the minimalism videos, which were really something that I was passionate about, but I was not expecting so many minimalism police to come out and say, you're not allowed to wear makeup and call yourself a minimalist, you're not allowed to own this or do that or say that, and it really actually did get to me. I actually have a video on my channel, like I'm done with these minimalism videos, and I'm actually happy that I did it. And a lot of people of course said like, oh, that means you let the haters get to you and stuff.
Right.
But honestly, I just took a break for like 6 months. I left minimalism out of the titles, out of the thumbnails, but I kept the content exactly the same.
Right.
And it really slowed down, and I really got a lot more supportive comments and things like that. And now I use the term minimalism again in my titles, and it's totally chill.
Their channel is so inspiring. They are inspiring humans to think. I met Sara a little under 2 years ago in Nashville. You were just this person like, I think I want to start my YouTube channel. I was like,
Let's
cool.
see.
Let's see if it happens. And then just to see just your numbers going up and you guys being so adventurous, it's been inspiring. So go follow these lovely humans. YouTube links in the description below. Thanks for hanging out with us.
It's been fun. It was a fun day.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of That Creative Life. If you want to check out some more cool creative and tech stuff, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Do you know what we say around here?
What?
Okay.
Oh, I do know. Wait. I know it. Stay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, ready? Okay, guys, remember to stay peachy. Okay, bye.